What's going on, humans? Welcome, my name is Nick from Analog Tabletop, and this is the top 5 board games on Kickstarter. Usually this list contained games that launched on Kickstarter this week, but since I had to take last week off, unfortunately, this is for the past 2 weeks. As always, links are in the description, and all pledge amounts have been converted to United States dollars. If you haven't yet, please click that subscribe button, it really helps us out. Alright, let's get started.
Welcome to Analog Tabletop. Number 5.
Nunami's gameplay is inspired by the Inuit culture. It simulates exploration of the Arctic landscape, where balance through cohabitation between humans and natural elements is key to success. Nunami is a strategic and dynamic game. I hope you enjoy it as much as we have. Place the boards together in any order, as long as one side touches one of other sides. Set some cards facing down. Deal 5 cards per player. Each player pulls and sets 1 card at a time. When the addition of life points is below -7 or above 7, some cards are discarded. Only when a board is filled with cards, calculate the total of life points. In this case, green nature cards are discarded. The game continues. One purple card on the board, providing 2 game points. 4 game points for humans. Humans win. Enjoy my original design, they bring life to the game. With the help by my daughter and by my mother. A game for up to 4 players.
Nunami is an abstract game inspired by nature and Inuit culture. It plays in 15 minutes with 2 or 4 players. Pledge $27 to get a copy. Kickstarter ends October 9th. The plans to deliver by January 2020.
Number 4.
We wanted to design a peaceful card game. We don't know how we ended up here. Royale, a survival card game with battle royale mechanics. You and your friends are stranded on an island, and the last man standing wins the game. When it comes to survival, everything becomes legit. Use your social skills and strategy to survive and leave the island. Gather resources, iron, gold, food, wood, and stone, to craft items with various mechanics. Attack. Defend. Gather more resources. But Board Royale is more than this. Make deals. Trade with each other. Convince other players and collaborate. Sweet. Beg for forgiveness. Then betray and backstab others. If you're out of resources, you lose. Loot others. Become the last one and win. Or just escape the island. In this game, there's blood, forgiveness, betrayal, pain, gain, lies and deceptions, fun and collaborations, guns, more weapons, and grenades! We want to add this and so much more. Like psycho unicorns, suicide bomber teddy bears, more guns, bullets, bombs, bazooka, Karate Kid lower body, learn to steal, diseases, storms, earthquakes. Help us finalize the greatest friendship killer, super social, definitely an unforgettable survival card game experience. Back us on Kickstarter.
Board Royale is a card game inspired by Battle Royale video games. Craft equipment to get off the island or defeat your opponents to be the last survivor. Plays in 30 to 60 minutes with 3 to 6 players. Pledge $25 to get a copy. The Kickstarter ends October 5th and plans to deliver by March 2020.
Number 3.
You know what? I wonder if there is a proper Euro game that can be played in a chilled and super relaxed way, and in a way that offers direct player interaction depending on the mode you choose.
Yedo.
And how about a game I don't have? Something long out of print, redone with new visual and gameplay content.
Yedo.
What about plenty of wooden custom components and a nice insert, but none of the nonsense waiting time?
Yedo.
And what game has 2 different modules and new expansion content unlocked on day 1 on Kickstarter?
Yedo.
Plays from 1 to 5 players?
Yedo.
Yedo?
Yedo.
Yedo!
Yedo.
Yedo!
Yedo.
Yedo, the answer to all your desires.
Let's have a look at Yedo Deluxe Master Set. Here is the big box with new artwork and more storage space, as we are going really big. Completely redrawn and shiny player boards where you can stick and keep even shinier components, like the new custom-shaped tokens and a plethora of coins, because we are going, well, deluxe. Not to mention fabulous new artwork for absolutely all the cards in the game. There is also plenty of completely new content. Just look at all these decks to customize every single game. From subtle and gentle friendly play to backstabbing, friendship-breaking competition. All the new meeple folk that represent specialists with their super meeple powers to make worker placement even more strategic and interesting. Fancy some tea? Well, good for you, as we have just added the tea house where you can hire powerful characters for game-changing abilities. All of this amazing stuff available from day 1 on Kickstarter.
Yedo Deluxe is a new edition of the classic thematic worker placement strategy game. Play as a Japanese clan to be the most influential leader in the 16th century. Plays in 60 to 90 minutes with 1 to 5 players. Pledge $71 to get a copy, and the Kickstarter ends September 20th and plans to deliver by August 2020.
Number 2.
Hey everyone, Moonrakers is a deck building board game for 1 to 5 players. Players compete to score 10 prestige points and become the leader of the outlaw coalition known as the Moonrakers. While Moonrakers builds on a lot of familiar deck building concepts, there are a few things that set it apart.
The biggest thing is collaboration, which takes the form of short-term alliances. This leads to lots of negotiation, off-turn play, and player interaction.
One of the great side effects of all this player interaction is a natural catch-up mechanic, making sure that every game is competitive to the very end. One of the things we really wanted to bring to the genre was a little bit more player interaction. We love games that there's a lot of talking, that there's a lot of ways to stay involved even when it's not your turn.
Yeah, and we really like collaborative games, but we also really like winning, and so we really wanted to try to bridge that gap between the two. There's so much more about Moonrakers that we're excited to share, and you can find it all on the page below.
The Cleanse. I wonder who first called it that. The day our great-grandparents were cast out from society. Don't get me wrong, I think it's important to remember. Probably now more than ever. Back then, families were torn apart, and we had to forge new bonds to stay alive. Now, those bonds of friendship, family, just aren't enough. The Moonrakers need a leader to maintain our sovereignty in this galaxy. And I don't see why that shouldn't be me.
Moonrakers is a deck building game with negotiation and alliances. Build a unique ship every game. Plays in 60 to 120 minutes with 1 to 5 players. Pledge $55 to get a copy, and the Kickstarter ends October 1st and plans to deliver by July 2020.
Honorable mentions.
The Isofarian Guard is a cooperative narrative-driven adventure board game. Mint Cooperative is a cooperative game that fits into a small mint tin. Ultimate Rush is a fast-paced real-time pattern matching game.
Pick of the week.
For eons immemorial, the Olympian gods lorded over the fates of all men. It was a golden age of beauty, justice, and good. But the gods grew conceited and full of hubris. One fateful night, their reach finally exceeded their grasp. They let something alien slip into our world, something they could not contain nor fight. All they could do was die. The world would follow suit. It's been 10 years since the Eschaton event. Primordials now reign supreme, unchecked by gods, unmatched by heroes, their mere presence enough to erase all life. No hope is left for Greece. But this is not a tale of cataclysm, nor of man's fall. This is a tale of taking back what is rightfully ours. A giant iron ship cuts through turbulent seas, besieged from all sides by enemies who would see its mission fail, and the hope of mortals extinguished. For it carries the only thing that can oppose the primordials, the only thing they fear, Titans. You must prevail. You must rise to the challenge, and against all odds win. Arise, Argonauts! Arise and save all!
Hey guys, this is Marcin Leonicki, the creative director at Into the Unknown Studios, bringing you this Aeon Trespass Odyssey Kickstarter campaign. In the past, we've launched 2 successful campaigns for Aeon Trespass Nymphs and Aeon Trespass Eschaton. Both campaigns were a smashing success and allowed us to not only deliver, but to continue the dream of Aeon Trespass Odyssey.
So what is Aeon Trespass Odyssey? In a nutshell, it's a 1 to 4 player massive campaign game about adventures, exploration, base building, and most of all, fierce battles with gigantic monsters. It's fully cooperative, choice-driven. It's played over multiple sessions with over 200 hours of unique game content and a novel's worth of narrative.
Our goal was to push the boundaries of what is possible for board games in terms of narrative, art, and the most important, mechanics.
The question we ask ourselves is how to create a deep, complex game that's also easy to play. Taking a cue from video games, we've created a combat system that's always on the uptake. The closer to death you get, the more powerful you become. A system that makes you feel epic. With the narrative, we wanted to take you on an unforgettable journey through an awesome world that we've created. Ancient Greece without its gods. With a story that touches on philosophy, religion, and the human condition. Mythology made new and exciting.
With miniatures, we wondered what can be done with the concept of miniatures. Our game is about transformation, evolution, escalation, and ascendancy. And we wanted our minis to reflect that, to change during the game. That's why our miniatures have interchangeable parts that you can switch on the fly depending on the course of the battle. You can even climb the biggest primordial.
Bottom line is, we love board games, and we love narrative board games even more. We knew we had something special with Aeon Trespass Odyssey, and we knew we had to realize this idea. So 3 years ago we went on this Odyssey into the unknown, And today we ask you to join us on this journey, to back us and to make this dream a reality.
Aeon Trespass Odyssey is an epic campaign tactical battle game containing over 200 hours of content, a slew of epic large miniatures, and over 1,500 cards. The art looks amazing and the production value is astounding. This looks like an amazing game for fans of Kingdom Death Monster, Monster Hunter, or role-playing games. And that is why it's Analog Tabletop's Pick of the Week. It plays in 90 minutes with 1 to 4 players. Pledge $129 to get a copy. The Kickstarter ends September 30th and plans to deliver by January 2021.